Hey everybody, MTG Noob here, bringing you another Avacyn Restored Draft. Let's get the cards big. I think this is a pretty simple pick, although I wish this Deathwind wasn't here. I'm just going to force black and take Gristlebrand. I'm not saying it's the best card in the pack, but it just wins. Banishing Stroke and Cathar are also good, but I'm going to take the Gristlebrand. I wish I could have cut that Deathwind, because Deathwind's pretty good. Okay, since we're heavy black, we're just gonna go as crazy into black as we can. We have a Soul Cage Fiend or a Malfed Twins. I like the Twins a lot. There's nothing really else for us. We can potentially take a red card here, which is a very good red card, but I'm gonna keep forcing black. Like, it's not really an archetype, but that's what we're doing. I've just determined that we're doing that. Okay. Pretty simple pick for us. We'll take this Deathwind. I was going to say, oh crap, we have nothing. Seems like we're getting past some good red stuff, but I think we'll just snatch up this Deathwind. Okay, so now we have an option to kind of go into red here and take the pillar. We've been past a lot of red and passing a lot of red. I really just want to stay on color. I think we could probably pick up a Crypt Keeper later on. I think I'm just going to take the Human Frailty here. Let me know what you would have done there. Okay, here is another pick between the Twins and the Bloodflow Connoisseur. The Twins is uncommon. I do like the Connoisseur a lot. Our deck is getting pretty heavy at this point in 6 drops and an 8 drop, so I'm going to pass on a second Twins and just snatch up a Connoisseur. He's good, he combos with the Twins, he also combos if we get any Blood Artists or things of that nature. I mean, if you land this card, you basically win, so that's going to be our goal, so we want to set up an early game as well. I'm probably eventually going to have to go into another color. Maybe I should have jumped in on that Pillar of Flames, but I think we're fine where we're at right now. Just gonna force black for days. I mean, I personally don't mind playing black in this format. I think whenever you can kill things, it's always nice. Alright, so we're waiting to see what we get past. Hoping it's more Deathwinds. The more Deathwinds, the merrier. Just checking if anybody's timed out. Currently, nobody is. So far I think our deck's okay. I mean, maybe I should have passed this up, but what could you do for the 2-1? Okay, and I said we would have to start going into another color. I'm getting a pretty good black deck, but somebody's getting a pretty good red deck. These cards probably shouldn't be here. I'm going to take the Butcher Ghoul, although this is a card that I'd like to be taking myself. I'll just take the Ghoul. He's awesome. He's, you know, the 2-drop you want, especially with things like Bone Splinters, etc., etc. Okay, here's basically a Ghoul Flesh. Polluted Dead I never play. I can hack the rare, but I don't really feel like that. Appetite for Brains is a good card, but sometimes it whiffs. You may want to bring this in more than something that just kills something, like a crappy little 1-drop. It's a tough pick. I'm going to actually take the Appetite. No, you know what? I'll take the Ghoul Flesh. That may have been wrong. There's just so many 1-toughness things that are hard to deal with. Okay, here we get past another Connoisseur, so I'll just take that over the Triumph or the Predator's Gambit. There's some still late white cards, which are good. Nothing really for us here. We do have a Gristlebrand, but a lot of the creatures in black don't really do very well unless you have like Homicidal Seclusion. These might grow. I can see taking the Essence Harvest here. We can deal with this. So I'll just snatch up the Essence Harvest. We're just trying to stay completely on color here. We'll take the pack, even though there's a foil island there. Alright, we finally have to get off of our colors, which is sad, but I'll take the escort even though I don't want to. Alright, I'm gonna just snatch up the mythic. Don't fault me for that one. Alright, outwit. Not getting any good late black stuff. I'll take the swamp, who cares? Alright, and we're gonna hide everything but black for now. Hide green, hide blue, hide land, 2. See how I did that? I was like Dr. Seuss on that shit. Alright, so we're probably not playing that, might not play that, although we do have a bomb that we'd like to protect, and we can bring things back, especially with 2 blood flow connoisseurs, so at least that's some synergy there. I mean, currently we have 10 sort of playables. Okay, let's see what we open up here. On color bomb. Man, imagine 2 Gristlebrand's. Alright, gonna be a pain in the ass to deal with. Also very good. I could see playing blue, but since we're trying to go heavy black, the shade is probably the best pick. Driver is good. One of these will probably wheel. Maybe the Essence Harvest, although we didn't see too much stuff going on. Alright, I'm not completely sold on this guy. I don't think he's fantastic. Another Essence Harvest. There's some decent stuff. This guy's whatever. I think we'll get more drivers, so I'm actually going to take the Bone Splinters. I particularly like Bone Splinters a lot. We don't have a ton of creatures yet for it, but we have some things with Undying, so it makes it better, and some things that if we sack, we won't get punished for it. Okay, here's a pack. We're probably just taking the Taskmaster. We have 2 sack outlets if they deal with it. Maybe we'll wheel a driver, Soul Cage Fiend, or a demon. But I'm just going to take the Taskmaster. That's one of the good cards in mono black or just playing black in draft. We'd like a few more death wins. Okay, this pack's a blank outside of the Necrobite, which with 7 creatures, it's not a terrible trick. I think I'm just going to hack into the Void here. We could take the Scrapper, but whatever. We could also take the Joint Assault. There's a lot of tricks here, but into the Void, we might play it, but I highly doubt it. But it does kill tempo in our deck, and, you know, takes care of these guys if they're, like, buffed up. Corpse Traders is fine, especially with Undying stuff. Seems like somebody might have stumbled into black as well, so we got to keep that open. I'll take a Grave Exchange here. We don't have that many creatures, so that might be something. The draft's about half done. That might be something we got to keep our eye on. We have pretty good removal at this point. I'd love another Deathwind, even another Bone Splinters, and then just solid creatures across the board. I mean, we have pretty good, of the creatures we have, the pretty good amount. Okay, we end up getting a Searchlight Geist, which I'm not complaining about. He's a good dude. Flies, evasion, death touch. Good stats for a, you know, 2/1 flyer for 3. We want more 2-drops in a deck like this. I'll take more Butcher Ghouls. I'll take even Crypt Keepers or whatever the hell they want to throw at me at the 2-drop. We didn't see everything just yet, but we're hoping to get a few more creatures at least in these next 8 cards. I know there was some pack that should wheel at least something, maybe 1 or 2 more packs that'll wheel something, so that should be fine and dandy for us. Come on, sweet black cards. I don't know why that always comes up. It's like I never change the color scheme anyway, but whatever. Alright, that's 1, 2, counting my removal spells. Like 3 solid removal spells. Human Frailty probably catches something. Ghoul Flesh might or might not be played. If we get enough creatures or better removal spells, we'll upgrade that. Okay, here's a tough pick because I definitely want another Butcher Ghoul, but Marrow Bats is just, in my opinion, slightly better. It flies, it regenerates. It's the perfect creature for the deck. Sucks that we're going to have to pass up another Butcher Ghoul, but I really like Marrowbats as a finisher, especially mono black. Alright, so here's that pack where things should have wheeled. I'm going to pass on the Essence Harvest and just take the driver. Okay, here's another Essence Harvest. Can take an Archangel just to hack it. We'll take it. We're probably not playing it, but we'll see if anything wheels. I think I'm just going to hack this again, because I don't want people to have access to that. Sheltering word because it is good against our removal. Man, I can't believe a lot of the black cards did not wheel there. Alright, so we're at 20 picks. Probably not playing these Essence Harvests. I wonder if those too late Terrifying Presence were a sign that green's opened. We're probably not playing 2 unhallowed pack. We only have 11 creatures, so we should hope to open a bunch of creatures. I really wish I could have gotten that second Butcher's Ghoul, and maybe early on I should have taken the Crypt Keeper over the Human Frailty. On Color Bomb, Bonfire of the Damned. On Color Bomb it is. Okay, I don't know if you ever played with this card, but it is fantastic. It definitely sucks that we gotta pass another Taskmaster and a Renegade Demon, but this card is the shit. So, no qualms there. It just, against the white and blue and green decks, it's very hard for them to remove it. Alright, I can take another Grave Exchange. I feel that that's kind of early. I don't really like anything here. I mean, there's a Malignus, but we can most likely kill that. Smuggler's also good. Righteous Blow is probably going to be annoying. I don't really know what to hate draft here. I think it's too early to actually just hate draft with a Grave Exchange in the pack, so I'll just take the Grave Exchange. This might be a run 18 lands deck. Alright, this creature is super annoying and probably shouldn't be here. I mean, 4/4 Hexproof is very hard to deal with. We have another Malfed Twins here, and the option of a Bone Splinters. We're currently at 12 creatures. I think I gotta let the Lone Revenant go. I'm not gonna play it, but I really don't want to play against it, but I should have enough ways to deal with it, so I'll take another Bone Splinters. At this point, I think we have enough removal and want to just take, creatures, and as soon as I say that, of course, 2 insane red cards are here. I think Pillar's slightly better, but Thunderous Wrath just does stupid things, so I'll hate that out. Okay, we have access to another Corpse Traders. It is a creature. I don't want to be playing too many 4-drops. For the record, I'm not going to be playing the Thunderous Wrath. Alright, since we have a Driver of the Dead, I'm going to take as many 2-drops as I can. I mean, I would have liked the Undead Executioner there as well. Oh, this is a pack. Deathwind clearly over Human Frailty. Okay, nothing for us here. Do I go for it again? No, I think I'm just going to hate the rare. Okay, we'll take a Renegade Demon over these other crappy cards. And our deck's coming together pretty nicely, I would say. I think we needed a few more 2-drops, but the cards we do have are pretty nice. I think I made some questionable picks, but we shall see if we get any gifts with the last 6 picks. I mean, we're currently at 27 cards, so probably not playing both these Essence Harvests. Maybe one. Probably not playing both these Unhallowed packs. Maybe one. Probably not playing both these Grave Exchanges. Maybe one. Everything else seems good. I probably won't play the Ghoul Flesh, especially since we have double Bone Splinters. So we have a lot of spells that we're probably not playing with. and we hope to win based off of a Gristlebrand. That's basically it. Alright, I guess I'll take the Necrobite. Seems fine. Probably won't play it. It's an okay trick. This is kind of late. I don't want a third Essence Harvest, so for whatever reason, I might just play that. This looks like a deck that might want 18 lands, if anything. If I do decide to play all these 6s and 5s and Gristlebrands. I mean, we may just try to go big, even though the format's extremely fast. I mean, I don't think I could pass up another one of these that late, especially since we have 2 Connoisseurs. And we do have good things in our deck, so I'm not going to sit here and complain at this point. I think our deck's pretty strong. Okay. Do we want 3 of these? Yeah, I don't think people play Midnight Duelist, so just take a third unhollowed pack. None of our stuff is ever dying. I mean, maybe we'll just have fun with this deck. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I'm happy with it. I'm happy we open a Gristlebrand and we get to take it, maybe. Just run with it. Foil planes, sure. I will hack a foil and a regular planes all day, every day. Alright, so this build is not going to be that hard. We just have a few cards that might or might not get there. I'm pretty happy with the black creature selection we have access to. Alright, so we don't need to play any other colors other than black. So let me just get some stuff here so we could end up seeing the damn thing. Okay, I'm going to be putting all the creatures in first, and the spells that I'm definitely going to be playing, or most likely playing. Alright, so that's 22 without Human Frailty, and with double Grave Exchange, double Twin. So we basically have access to a Ghoulflesh, which I think could stay on the board. Human Frailty, I'm not 100% sold on, but it usually does kill something. But when it sits in your hand and you can't kill something, it's kind of not the greatest. We have 2 Essence Harvests. I don't think we want either one of them, although we do have pretty good creatures. Like, we could play this. We got 4 power here. These guys might eventually grow, etc., etc. I think I do want the Grave Exchange because we do have a lot of sack outlets. Necrobite is whatever. It's a decent trick. I guess we could bring it in. And Unhallowed Pack, although we can kind of save our guy from removal or do some shenanigans, I don't think it's worth it. So now the question really boils down to is, do I want to play either of these Essence Harvest and this Human Frailty over anything else? And the answer to that question is maybe, but I think Bone Splinters is just better than Human Frailty. I think Deathwind is as well. So if I would play Human Frailty, I would probably cut a Grave Exchange. This makes it so we can get off earlier, but this makes it so we could bring back something and kill something else. I think I like all my creatures. I don't have a problem with any of my creatures. I think I do want the double twins. So, you know, this makes our curve a lot easier to deal with. But I'm going to run 18 lands, and I think we're going to go with double Grave Exchange, bring this out of the board, and then we might bring in the Essence Harvest against aggro decks. Alright, let's just add lands. For once, this is going to be pretty easy. 18 lands. Alright, so that's the deck. I'll bring down all my spells so you can see it slightly better. We have 16 creatures, which is always good. Bring these Bone Splinters down, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Good, good, good. Some Grave Exchanges. and some death wins. So we have a little bit of redundancy in our removal, which is always nice. Okay? So as always, this is the MTG Noob here, asking you to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll be bringing you round 1 shortly.